Hey friends, welcome to PowerCode Music. In this presentation, I'm going to show you how to record multiple tracks using the Tascam DP-24SD. Please keep in mind that the process we follow will be the same for the Tascam DP-32SD. Before we continue, I want to quickly ask you to please check out my YouTube homepage to view all of my videos carefully organized by subject. Also, if you find you like this video, please like and subscribe. You see, it helps out the channel a great deal and helps us to keep doing what we're doing. And now, back to the presentation. The Tascam DP-24SD Digital Portastudio records 24 tracks to a solid-state drive with up to 8 tracks simultaneous recording via XLR and 1/4-inch combo jacks. Input processing includes compression and limiting, as well as guitar amp simulation and multi-effects for use with the instrument level input. Also, the color display and channel strip knobs make mixing faster and more creative. Up to 32 gigabyte SDHC media can be used or swapped with other cards between projects for up to 50 hours of music. Now, if you're new to the DP-24SD, then this presentation should get you going with multi-track recording right away. So grab your coffee and your tea, sit back and relax, and stay with me until the end. We have a lot to cover, and you're not going to want to miss it. The first thing we need to do before recording anything is to create a new song with the Tascam DP-24SD. You might also think of a song as a project in the DP-24SD. Let's walk through how to create a new song or project on the Tascam DP-24SD so that we can start our multi-track recording session. When the recorder is stopped, press the menu button to open the menu screen. Use the jog data dial or the cursor buttons to select Song and then press the F4 button. The song list will then appear. Press the F4 button to open the submenu and then use the jog data dial or the cursor buttons to select Create. Press the F4 button to open the Song Create pop-up window. The created song is given like a default name, like song _ 0002 or 1 or what have you. Change the name or title of the song or project, again, as necessary in the item name. Use the cursor buttons to move the cursor to select a bit rate, like a sampling frequency, right? And then use the jog data dial to set it. So again, usually 44.1 kHz is good. It's a default. It's CD quality. It's usually good to go. After that, you would press the F2 or the Yes button, and the currently loaded song is then given a new song name and is created. So you would then press the Home button to return to the home screen. Now, after that, you want to connect and set the input source for the instrument that you're going to use to record on your first track. And you would do this by connecting it to the mic line inputs on the back of the unit, the rear panel of the unit. So if it's a keyboard or whatever, you would plug it in through the input A through H, and you're good to go. Now, if you're connecting an electric guitar to the mic line inputs on the back of the panel, this is important. This is what you're going to do. So on input H on the back of the unit, if you're plugging in an electric guitar, you would set the line guitar switch on the rear panel to guitar. Now on the front of the unit, up at the top right-hand portion or section, I should say, of the input area, the guitar indicator will light. Now the guitar then becomes the input source for input H. This is for electric guitars again. Now when connecting an electric guitar or an acoustic guitar with a built-in preamp or an active type electric guitar, or when using an effects pedal, for example, between the guitar and the DP-24, set the line guitar switch to line on the rear panel. That's only in this particular instance.
Let's quickly go over how to change the recording source of track 1. Press the Assign button to open the assigned screen. Use the cursor buttons to press the Select button for track 1 and align the cursor or frame on the assigned screen with track 1. Use the Jog Data dial or the Source button for Input H to set the recording source of track 1 to H. Let's look at how to adjust and monitor the input level. Press the Home button to return to the home screen. Press the REC or Rec button for track 1. The Rec button flashes and the unit enters recording standby. Use the Trim knob for Input H to adjust the guitar input level. Set the trim knob so that the OL indicator for Input H does not light even when the loudest sound is recognized. If the OL indicator continues to light even when the trim knob is turned down, the guitar signal is too loud. Lower the output level on the guitar. When you play the guitar, the input level is shown by the level meter for track 1 on the display. When you raise the fader for track 1, the stereo fader, and monitor level knob, you can hear the sound on the guitar through the headphones and the left-right level meters move. Now here's an important note. You can use the pan knob for track 1 on the mixer screen to set the stereo position for monitoring. When the REC or Rec button for track 1 is unlit, you cannot hear the guitar sound that is being input. Let's move on to recording the guitar to track 1. Press the Record button to start the recording and play the guitar. The Record button for track 1 stops flashing at that point and lights steadily. After you finish your performance, press the Stop button to stop the recording. The recorded file is then saved in the folder of the loaded song. Press the Record button for track 1, then so that the Record button becomes unlit. Let's look at how to play back the recording. To return to the beginning of the song, press and hold the Stop button and then press the Rewind button. Press the Play button to play back the recording on track 1. Use the fader for track 1 and the stereo fader to adjust the playback monitoring level. Use the monitor level knob to adjust the final monitoring volume. Now here's an important note. Use the pan knob for track 1 on the mixer screen to set the stereo position of the track signal. Now repeat this process, all of it up to this point, to record a second guitar track such as a lead, but remember at the very beginning of these processes you need to change the track to a different track such as track 2.
And finally, let's talk about mixing down the tracks that you just recorded. Once you finish recording all of your tracks, you're ready to mix down and create a master file in the DP-24SD. Now to do this, you are going to use the faders for tracks 1 through 24 to adjust their balance levels, and you're going to use the stereo fader to adjust the overall level. So to begin, press the mixer button to open the mixer screen. Press the select buttons for track 1 through 24 to select the track to be set, and then use the pan knob to adjust its stereo position, that is for that track. Now this is important. What we're going to need to do is set the in and out points for your specific song, okay, for Mixdown. So first, to set the in point, okay, the interval from the in point to the out point will be used for the master file for this song, okay? Now, first play back the song and press and hold the Mark Set button. And press the End button at the point where you want to start the master file or song. Okay? The position where you press the button is set as the endpoint, which is where the mixdown will actually start. Now we need to set the out point. Play back the song and press and hold the Mark Set button and press the Out button where you want to end the master file. The position where you press the button is set as the out point, which is where the mixdown will end. Now keep this in mind. You can also press and hold the Mark Set button and press the In or Out button to set the in and out points when playback is stopped. Press the Mixdown and Mastering button. Okay? The recorder mode switches to Mixdown mode and the display returns to the home screen. In Mixdown mode, Mixdown appears on the upper left corner of the home screen. That's how you know which mode you're in. Now, press the Record button. The master file recording starts. Recording stops automatically when the out point is reached. Now keep this in mind. The in and out points must be at least 4 seconds apart. If the interval is shorter than 4 seconds, the following message, IO too short, will appear and the recorder mode cannot switch to Mixdown mode. Now, during recording, you can also use the track faders to adjust the levels of the tracks and the overall level. You can also use the equalizer or reverb effect while recording a master file. You can mute unwanted tracks so that they're not recorded to the master file as well.
For more information about how to use the features on the DP-24SD, go to my YouTube homepage and scroll down to the Tascam DP-24 and DP-32 Digital Portastudios section. Well, that's a wrap. If you like this presentation, please give it the thumbs up and click the subscribe button on your screen now to join our group. We have new presentations coming out every 7 to 14 days, and please leave a comment in the comment section about this content, and check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and TikTok. While you're here, listen to some of the music and check out the playlist because they're designed just for you. Thanks so much for watching. We really do appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you soon.